to be very blatant here, and I'm going to put up this just so that you know what we actually want to do. But we're happy to open the floor up for any questions. Ian. Brian. Sorry, that's me. Typical. Brian, on the go.
Thank you. I hope you'll allow me to make some comments as well as ask some questions.
Please, go ahead.
I want to just explain. My name's Brian Stewart, I'm from Nairn. And I want to try and bring the focus very much back to the specific topic that we're here to talk about, which is the Cromarty application, not Mr. Trump or changing the world. And I think three things have struck me about these presentations. One is that there are significant risks. Two, that there is minimal benefit. Somebody said 750,000 a year. And the thing that strikes me most of all is that there is nothing in this specific application which is delivering benefits, improvements, jobs, or significant enhancement to local communities, the local economy, and the local region. And it seems to me that we must keep in view. The particular concerns of Nairn are threefold. One, like everybody else, we are deeply worried about the potential impact on the environment. We know the Moray Firth is an important environmental, natural environment area. We recognise the significance of the dolphins, the wildlife, the birds, and the coastal periphery of the firth. As one or two people have mentioned, particularly the gentleman from Agers, Nairn, like most of this region, depends critically on the tourism and leisure industry. The impact on the tourism and leisure economy, even if it all works brilliantly, is going to be significant because of the increased numbers of ships in the Firth, which is going to have an implication for leisure shipping and for tourism and for the dolphin watching. It's going to have impact on the people who live around the Moray Firth because of the noise, because of the fumes, because of the discharges. Nobody's yet mentioned the discharges of ballast water, which are going to be substantial. The third strand in this, and the third thing that worries us, and with some experience in there of dealing with this in other areas, is the ability of the local authority to cope if things go wrong, as they seem likely to do. The Highland Council is the only local authority concerned here. It is the regional council. And as John Finney and one or two other people have pointed out, there are different levels of action and influence, and it's up there on the board. There is local community pressure which can be exerted through social media and through. There is action with Highland Council, and there is action at what people might call the political level in Holyrood or Westminster. I want to focus on the Highland Council. Why? Because they're going to be in the front line in coping with this. And my deep concern is they don't have the capability to do so. We all know that councils are strapped for cash. We all know they're cutting back on everything. And I have no technical expertise and no technical knowledge about how you deal with oil spills. But I sure as hell know that Highland Council doesn't have very much in the way of capacity, expertise, machinery, equipment or resources to do it. I thought it was very striking, and John Finney mentioned this, that there was an application very similar to this for the Firth of Forth back in about 2006, 2007. Now the Firth of Forth is a significant environment, but it's actually not nearly as delicate as the Moray Firth. They've got Grangemouth, they've got Rosyth, they've already got substantial industry, shipping, oily stuff going on. They also have seabirds and so on. What is very significant about the Firth of Forth application, which was consulted on in a similar kind of way, is that the three local or regional councils that were concerned which were Fife, East Lothian and the City of Edinburgh, all came out fiercely, robustly and vigorously in objection to the Firth of Forth proposal. Why? Because they regarded the level of environmental threat as completely unacceptable. They took the view that even in the Firth of Forth, with the resources and the capacity that we assume exist today, the threat and the danger was so severe that all three councils were adamantly opposed to it happening. Contrast that with the reaction so far of Highland Council. I think, to put it politely, the response that they put in back in January was feeble and equivocal. They haven't analysed the application in the way that some of the experts we've heard from today have. They haven't scrutinised the technical, scientific and environmental evidence. And sure as hell they haven't offered any reassurance to the people living around the Moray Firth that it's going to be all right and that the council's on top of it. They have not objected. And as Jackie has pointed out, the resubmission or the revision of the application, which is not going to be consulted on locally, so that we can express it, is an opportunity for the Highland Council, as our regional authority and as our democratic representatives, to stand up, speak up, and actually make it very clear that they themselves regard this application as completely unacceptable. So I would urge everybody here to speak to their local councillors and to get them to speak up on our behalf against this, because we know, and I suspect they know but haven't yet admitted it, that they won't be able to cope if it happens. Thanks.